Yeah, I think 43, the why was like, it was a challenge. It was like my buddies are going down. It was kind of a hardcore thing. And it quickly became like not enough, during that night. It was way more about the guy next to me, and it just so happened to be like I was next to some really good guys. This time I had a different expectation. Like I knew what we're going through. I knew to an extent, and my why really became more about like, man, I kept feeling like a sense of responsibility to the 12 or 13 new packs that were going to be there, because it was such a Homecoming called it like an invigorating experience. He feels invigorated, where most guys don't get to experience that. That was my why, really. And then, I mean, obviously, through the night, I mean, there's so many like familial components like that I thought through leading into this, like thinking, just cultivating a heart of gratitude towards my wife for letting me go, my kids for sacrificing time so that I could go be a part of this, and then thinking about my specifically my son, in doing like what am I going to communicate to him specifically about doing a hard thing in like this lesson, and does this register in my children's mind as a like a feat, like something that has been accomplished. Not that I want to like have accomplished something to impress them, but more so to offer them a challenge, to offer them something beyond just kind of the normal day-to-day stuff that we go through.
So initially it was the personal challenge, right? So just wanted to challenge myself personally, physically. Didn't know quite the mental challenge that would be there, right? Curiosity was another piece of that. I was curious about the event, was curious about how I would do, and just wanted to kind of explore what it was all about, right? The deeper why for me is really rooted in a desire to bond more with the F3 packs, especially in Wichita, right? And I tend to be an achiever naturally. I desire to achieve and very task oriented. Things that I don't do well are really bond with the guys and the people around me specifically. So I went with the intention of really drawing closer to the guys, bonding with them, getting to know them, allowing myself to be vulnerable and to really just to get beyond just accomplishing something and a beatdown or playing ultimate or whatever it might be. So, and then I also desired, I know there were several guys that had signed up that were sharing some reservations maybe, or hesitancy or concerns about being able to make it through. And so I really wanted to go and support them, whatever that looked like in whatever way I could. And so that was a part of it as well.
What about during the event?
During the event, thankfully, that all remained intact. I found myself there for them and being aware of those around me and doing what I could to help, to lend a hand, to be a part of it, to put my face in the dirt at times, right? Or the creek, depending on what that was, but to do the thing with them and be a part of what they were doing and share in that burden and in that endurance. There was a couple other individuals that had shared their whys that I carried through as well. I'll let those guys share what those were, but yeah, it stayed with me through the night, and I was glad that it did.
Yeah, it definitely changed as I was going through it. Like, definitely like I didn't have like a super strong why going into it. It's more like peer pressure and like you guys had such a good time. Like you gotta do it. And I'm like, okay, fine. And the challenge, I was excited about the challenge of it. Like, could I do it and whatnot. So I was excited about just like the physical challenge of it. But by the end of it, by the next morning and hearing everybody share, it turned into more like just being super grateful to be a part of it, be a part of this group, getting to know all these men, and just how it's definitely impacted my life in a positive way. And then I love hearing just how it's impacted other people, and just super proud to be a part of it, and like glad I participated, and just to celebrate F3 and what it offers to everybody, and just how it, frankly, like really saves people, and or if it doesn't save somebody, it really enriches their life. Where there might have been, like for me, I know like the fellowship part with having deep male relationships, that's something I definitely struggled with in adulthood, and that's definitely helped a lot. I've always kind of been kind of fit or whatever, exercise, not nearly as consistent as F3's come along, but that wasn't like the game changer for me like it is for some people, which is great. But like the fellowship has really helped in my life, and so just having the gratitude, I'm so glad I was a part of this and got to share with these guys, and just see how it's helped so many people and helped myself, and just super grateful.
Probably like a couple others. My why kind of evolved from when I even getting there to when we were talking about it. It changed a little bit. A big part was I've always listened to the lies that I'm not good enough to do whatever or to be whatever. So it was almost I needed to prove to myself almost that I can do this, and do it with these other guys who I know are quality leaders and men. But I was reminded by a couple guys that Christ died for me, and I am good enough because He loved me. So I need to push all that aside and not listen to that garbage, and live in who I am and who Christ made me to be. So it's not completely over, but it's easier to be surrounded by quality men who uplift you and encourage you to get past that and to continue to grow. So that was a huge. That became the evolved why to really be there with the other guys and do it with them, and hopefully to get myself under control so I can be that for the next guy later on.